Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Nandini. So please introduce yourself and also give a small justification regarding the optional you have chosen for your mains examination.
Sir, Nandini Patil from Jalgaon, Maharashtra. I have done my schooling from St. Teresa's Jalgaon and my graduation in information technology from PICT Pune. I have held positions like treasurer and event coordinator in my college clubs. Apart from that, I hold hobbies in classical singing, for which I am formally trained up to a level, and also in swimming. So, regarding my choice of optional, firstly, it was the buzz around anthropology that took me towards it. And when I was faring through its syllabus, I found that anthropology was answering some very mundane questions which popped in my head every other day when I lived in the society. So I thought it would be interesting to learn it more, and then I took it.
So if may I, when you have gone through the syllabus, then why not you took sociology, but rather anthropology? Because those who have studied, say, medical science or botany, zoology, certain portions in anthropology, particularly if I remember correctly, paper one are common. But you didn't veer towards sociology.
So, for that reason, I have always been inclined towards the partially scientific nature of anthropology, particularly the biological part, which is not so much biology, but also some sociology attached to it. So, that was interesting for me.
Let me ask a question about the Maharashtra state, its evolution after independence, how this state has come about in its current political administrative shape, and also give us an idea about the main geographical regions of which your state comprises of.
So Maharashtra was a part of Bombay Presidency before independence, and after that, state reorganization took place in 1956. Post that, in 1960, Maharashtra was carved out linguistically apart from Gujarat, and since then it has been existing. And it happened on 1 May 1960, which is Maharashtra's day. Second, geographically, Maharashtra's position lies to the western part of India and is mostly flanked by a 720-kilometer coastline, extending towards the central India, towards the Vidarbha region, falling like Akola, Nagpur, Gadchiroli, etc., towards south, which forms borders with Karnataka, Goa, etc. And it's north flanked by ranges like Satpura Mountains. So that is the geography.
Regarding the economic condition of Maharashtra, what reasons would you attribute that it has reached the position in the Union of India it is in the last 80 years? Which are the main reasons? What are the main factors that it is leading in many aspects of financial parameters? So, what would you be listing?
So the first reason would be historically, uh, towns like Bombay, Nagpur, Pune have been developed by British with regards to its economic and industrial prowess that has continued. Second would be the infrastructural prowess of Maharashtra. For example, the manufacturing industries, the raw materials, the soil, the environment, everything has colluded perfectly for its development. Third would be the financial prowess of the state. We have financial capital at Mumbai, as well as we have developing IT hubs in Nagpur as well. So it is our financial prowess which has helped us expand more widely, giving us advantage in among other states.
Okay, I will ask one last question from my side. If you are to compare about the status of women in Indian society with that of the Western world, say Europe, America, and all, so what will be your observations? Comparative status of women in these societies.
So the first comparison that I would like to do is in India, the male section. right from their childhood is less exposed to women section as compared to the West. There is a large exposure, and that is why more of vulnerability is seen as we see the women's social status in India as compared to West. Uh, Also, the West rightfully has largely been pioneer in forwarding women in economy. Since also problems do persist there. However, India has been taking up a lot of measures and the society has been transforming behaviorally largely to bring more women into mainstreams, just like men, providing equality and equity at the same time.
Okay. Maybe I'll ask one more question towards the end, but now our next panelist will take over.
Thank
Nandini,
you, sir.
how are you?
I'm very fine, sir.
Okay, great to know that. You studied in Savitribai Phule University.
Yes, sir.
Uh, what was her contribution to the society, Indian society?
So Savitribai Phule was the first female teacher from Maharashtra. She opened schools along with Jyotiba Phule, who taught her in the first place. They both opened schools in Maharashtra for women, especially, opened schools for widows and orphanages, and contributed immensely towards women education in Maharashtra as well as India.
Do you think that kind of things are relevant even today? How do you assess? Do you think that people like her are required even today also, after almost 100 years after her?
So I think such people are the need of forever because ever we might have advanced now. Girls are into schools. Girls are seeking equality. The society, the government is supporting them. However, the world is digital, and there has been we can see there is digital divide between male and female. And so I think there is a new kind of Savitribai Phule needed in today's society, which would look forward to including women in economy, in digitization. So a reformed Savitribai Phule is the need of the hour.
So we use terms like empowerment and equality, especially in terms of women when we just speak about them. So are they same terms or they are different?
The equality and empowerment are different terms. Empowerment is giving the opportunity to women as well as men, and especially empowering women, giving them authority to take control of their own decisions and give them liberty enough to take their own decisions and find their own path in their life. Equality is a term wherein there can be efforts from the society as well as government to bring women on the same page, have them same opportunities from externally. It is more of external term, and empowerment is an internal term more.
So you're associated with recreational swimming.
Yes, sir.
So it's not a specific to contest in some places, but it is only for what are the benefit of these recreational swimming?
The recreational swimming benefits could be first would be it is more for exercise of the body. Water is heavier than to move than air, so it gives muscular strength. Second, it relieves stress, as I personally do for stress management. Water relieves stress. Third, it is very important for cooling of the body, wherein increased temperatures and the effects of pollution and etc. get warded off into the water.
But then it's very difficult to have swimming pool everywhere. It's not inclusive. Yes, so what do you, how do you react to this when we say this?
So it is not inclusive and it is not available because everywhere, because swimming's infrastructure is especially very specialized and might be unaffordable at many places. But sir, India is known for its bowdies and ponds wherein children from even the villages, small towns go there and swim. So it is necessary that such Indianized swimming pools should be more specialized for increasing the net of swimming.
You have another interesting hobby is singing.
Yes, sir.
So what do you sing basically?
So I sing classical music and semi-classical.
Okay, very good. That's great. What do you see the usefulness of singing for a civil servant?
So as per me, as a civil servant, it is a pressureful job, and singing helps would help me ward off pressure. Even during the preparation, sir, there was a lot of pressure, and singing for just a few moments of 10 minutes would ward off a lot of burden off me. So it is very crucial for stress management. Second, singing gives me a rhythm. So, since classical singing has its alaps and suits, a rhythm is very necessary in the routine of a civil servant, and singing gives that.
Maybe you're easily able to connect with people also if you start singing somewhere in some function. Don't you think so?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Over to
sir.
Rohit.
Hello, Nandini. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Uh, your father and mother both are into teaching profession, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So can you tell me how teaching is important at this present generation? Whatever the changes that we experienced before generations and present generation, because a lot of times your parents might have told you teaching is becoming very difficult to the present generation to make them to understand, and how can they impact society?
So today's world is largely technology driven. However, the role of teachers still remain important because what technology cannot give is the human touch to its teaching. So even though it has become difficult to teach today's young population, which is largely dependent on the technological means, but the role of teachers is very crucial because they are the elders which carry experience as well as which carry Indian values with them. So it is needed that while we advance to a more technological as well as advanced education, teaching is a very important profession.
Yeah. So yours from information technology, right?
Yes, sir.
Graduation. Why most of the times, even though there are many different streams of students are there, but finally they are becoming a software engineers, then what about other sectors? Why the youth are always choosing software as their major employment source?
So regarding the youth, especially in India, India is a service-oriented industry with more of exports leading to IT and ITES services. So youth usually think that it would be easy for them to get a job and earn a better livelihood, an attractive salary into the computing sector, computer science sector. So they more tilt to that. However, there has been initiatives in manufacturing, mechanical, automation, automotive as well these days. So youth have been largely engaged in that also. Uh,
Okay. Recently, 106, the Constitutional Amendment Act, reservation for women. So, do you think any change we can bring through that reservation? So, and moreover, in Panchayat municipalities also, there was already reservation which is going on. Did it made any impact? Any impact so far? And what about the assembly and parliamentary reservations for women?
So the Nari Shakti Adhiniyam, bringing reservation to Lok Sabha, was is a very crucial step because there are very less percentage of women as compared to our population in the parliament, and it becomes very important that we bring the ground issues that we bring from the reservation at the decentralized levels towards the parliament levels, and for that, a woman is necessary to understand and make others understand the problems of other women at the ground level. So also it has it has led to a lot of effect on the municipalities as well as panchayats as well, because women have been empowered, they have been educated, people have been looking up to them as leaders more and more, and that has created a change in society's behavior as well.
Is it true? In many of the places, there is something called as Sarpanch Pati system. Even though the women members got elected, but still their husbands and other persons are in that place. They're enjoying that position. By taking that into consideration, how can this assembly and parliament things change the women's empowerment?
So it is one of the lacunas of the society that Sarpanch Pati has taken over in certain places. However, that does not defy the fact that women have been empowered to a greater percentage because of the reservation thing. And reservation in parliament is necessary because women representing at a parliament level, at a large level, is is very important, because we are going towards gender sensitive budgeting, we are going towards gender sensitive policies. So
What
to
is
make
this
something
gender
gender,
sensitive budgeting?
sir, it is a kind of budgeting wherein we direct our budget to women equality while framing policies.
Okay. Then recently, huge pollution. Delhi pollution is very much in news, and the same thing they are also cautioning to the other cities also. What is the major reason, basic reason behind this pollution in Delhi?
The two basic reasons follow. First is the vehicular emissions and industrial effluents, which are not treated very properly. Second would be the geography of Delhi, which brings in the pollution to its plain areas and keeps it trapped there.
Any connection between Aravalis and Delhi?
Yes, sir. Aravali's end at Delhi in the Raisina Hills, where we also have the abode of president as well. So it ends there.
No, what is this Aravali issue, Nandini?
The Aravali issue is mainly because of its definition that has been removed, that any hill that will be above 100 meters of the local level will only be considered as Aravalis. But the definition before was regarding 3-degree slope by the FSI. So it has largely been debated that a large 90% of the Aravalis will be out of the protection.
Good. Can you define what is this distinction in Prachin Kala Kendra Sangeet Bhushan final? What is that?
So, Prachin Kala Kendra is my parent academy for classical singing, wherein I finished my Madhyama Purna.
Oh, okay. So we're very interested in singing.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Done.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Nandini, you are a musically trained person. So let me ask you to explain to us, as laypersons, the different forms of Hindustani semi-classical music which evolved in the last 200-300 years.
So, as far as I know, the semi-classical music is basically the fusion of classical as well as the prevailing modern music. So, since the last 200 to 300 years, as the modern music has been evolving, there has been semi classical music. For example, Kishore Kumar used to fuse the Hindustani classical music with the enthusiastic modern music of the time. So, that can be one example. Second would be right now, we have singers like Shreya Ghoshal and Arjit Singh, who often mix today's jazz as well as modern music, pop music with classical music.
I may not be fully correct, but I was looking for an answer like Dadra, Thumri. These forms evolved as the Mughal state was breaking. You have heard of later Mughals in history chapter?
Yes,
Muhammad
sir.
Shah Rangila, he was a great patron of music and dance forms. Then this Awadh Nawab, they also patronized this Kathak and all. So these musical forms developed in these small successor states which were there after the Mughal Empire. So these forms of singing continues to this date. So possibly if you get asked a question something similar by an expert in the actual board,
Hmm.
so I don't know if in your training they told you about these things. So broadly, Carnatic and Hindustani we understand, but within Hindustani music also this semi-classical, these are raga based, and some kind of folk songs were also used, and they are still used even in some Hindi film music sometimes. So
Yes, sir.
this is what I was looking for. So maybe
Mm.
if you get asked a question on music, because again it's part of your general studies, if you remember, art, culture, and all that. And
Yes,
since you're a trained singer, you have got certifications, so they will expect an answer which is befitting your uh, mm, achievements or your training. So overall, my assessment will be that you have prepared well, and you are able to keep your answers also short. It often also affects a candidate if they know their answers, they tend to expand it, by which time the board actually loses its interest. And even if you are telling correctly, then the latter part of your answer may not get the full marks. So that consciousness you have, and I saw that 2 3 times you checked yourself. Maybe you had certain thing most to say, but you stopped that. Yes, I have answered the core part of the question. Regarding information technology and your engineering degree, I didn't ask, but maybe one or two more uh, uh, questions of current topicality you may have to prepare, like all these new investments which are coming in collaboration with these big tech companies they are setting up,
yes, sir.
and developments regarding India is trying to now set up uh, semiconductor plants. So, there was a not recent, now it's time, controversy why it should be taken to Gujarat, why not Maharashtra? So because you have got degree in engineering and technology, so I don't know how much you have prepared. We didn't ask many questions, but for actual board interview, we should prepare that. So that's all from my side.
Thank you, sir.
Nandini, you are full of energy, very pleasing and articulate
Thank you,
also,
sir.
with communicating really very well. Uh, Even right kind of choice of words also you were using. It was all was very positive. Uh, Still, there is a always a chance for improvement. So, small
Yes,
suggestion that in case you are able to prioritize things, that will be better, and then it
yes,
will become inclusive also. You will think of all aspects. Like singing, I mentioned, you are basically focusing on yourself. That
mm,
it will help me in stress management. But other than that, also, you are able to gel with people also. You can communicate with them, so you can mix up with the crowd. There are
yes, sir.
certain benefits for recreational swimming also, for other thing also. So I'm very sure you'll do very well. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
And Nandini, first of all, the positive thing is your flow, the accent, the flow of English, the flow, the way you're answering is really well, and everything you have answering in a diplomatic way. No offense, no negative or something. It's going well, and you're also very good awareness in the current affairs. Also, whatever the questions we asked and something. So continue the same flow, and nothing much to discuss. Already, the sirs have told you what need to be improved, and expression is really well. The way you're expressing, the
Thank you,
way
sir.
the language is coming, everything is good. There are more chances to get more than 200 marks if you perform same in the same manner while answering everything. And there are more the things are there to ask regarding sing. They may also ask you to sing a song also. So with regard to this hobbies and whatever the medals prizes, we have asked list questions on that. There are chances for that. I hope you have gone through each and everything keyword in your DAF. So everywhere the question may gets asked. That's it. So all the best. You have performed well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.